All right, this lesson is just a quick follow-up to stem and leaf plots. And so in this first little part here, you're talking about ice cream companies that are, by law, have to provide their nutritional information on their labels. Below is a partial list of flavors for 3 different brands of ice cream. So um, there we go. From Ben & Jerry's, they reported black and tan, brownie batter, butter pecan, cherry Garcia chocolate, and told you how many calories there were per serving, and you can kind of look across the chart there. It says use your calculator to find the 5-number summary of the calorie amounts for the flavors listed in each brand. So for Ben & Jerry's, what you're going to do is you're going to take that data and you're going to put it into a list. So I'm going to go over to my calculator here. I'll go back to my main screen so that we're on the same page here. Remember to enter statistical data, and you're going to hit Stat and then Edit. And I already have my data in, but you may have different data in these lists. And remember, if you want to clear the data out, you will up arrow until the name of the list has the cursor over it, and then hit the clear button and enter. Okay, don't hit delete, hit the clear button and enter. Otherwise, go ahead and type your data in there. Obviously, you can right arrow over and get your other data in there. So once your data is in there, that is fabulous. Then to calculate the 5-number summary, what you're going to do is you're going to go Stat. And then actually, I'm going to quit out of here and go back to my main screen. So we're on the main screen. Okay, now I will go Stat, and I will go over to Calculate. And I want my 5-number summary here. And so I am going to do one variable statistics, which is number 1. Okay, and then I want to first of all I'm going to calculate the 5-number summary for the first part, which is Ben & Jerry's. Okay, so Ben & Jerry's data is in list 1, so I'm going to go second, number 1, and hit enter. And if you scroll down, there's your 5-number summary: the min, the Q1, the median, and the max. Okay, so now I'm going to quit. I'm going to go to my main screen. Maybe I'll clear out of there. Okay, if I want to do the second one, then I will go Stat, over to Calculate, 1 variable statistics. And now if I want to do Cold Stone, remember was in list 2, so I would go second, 2, enter, scroll down, and they're there. Okay, so that's how it is, and then I will just simply give you this so that you can record that. Okay, so for Ben & Jerry's, the min was 230, the Q1 was 240, the median was 260, Q3 was 295, the max was 310. For Cold Stone, the min was 370, the Q1 was 380, the median was 390, Q3 was 390, and the max was 390. Okay, for dryers, the min was 140, the Q1 was 145, median was 160, Q3 was 170, and the max was 170. Okay, so that's how that is. Then I want you to use your calculator to make box plots of these distributions all on the same axis. So we're going to go to our calculator. I'm going to have you check, just go up to y equals here and just make sure you don't have anything in there. If you do, go ahead and clear it out. Okay, and then whenever we want to graph statistical data, you're going to go to stat plot. So that's second y equals. And first of all, basically I want to put 3 plots on the same graph. So my first graph will be my Ben & Jerry's data, since that's what's in list 1. So I'm going to go into number 1. I'm going to turn it on. I want to make a stem and leaf plot that shows me outliers. So I'm going to right arrow over until I have that one selected. My data is in list 1, so I want the X list to say list 1. And then frequency doesn't really matter, and the mark just picks what shape you want the outliers to show up as. Okay, so we're golden there. Now I'm going to go back to stat plot, and I'm going to go to number 2. This is the data that's in my second list now. Okay, so I want to also turn this on. I want to go down and then right arrow over until I get that stem and leaf plot. Here it says that my data is in list 1, but I want it to be the data from list 2, which was my Coldstone data. So I will go second number 2 for list 2. Okay, and then that one should be okay. And then I'm going to go back to my stat plot, and I will go to number 3. I need to turn it on. I need to tell it that I want it to do a box plot. And I need to say that my data is in list 3. Okay. So now I've got everything set up, but I need to set my window. And so I am now going to press Zoom 9. Anytime you do statistical data, that's what you want to do. Zoom 9. And I think I did something wrong. It looks like my list 2 data didn't get changed. So I'm going to go to number 2 here. Yep. My second plot should have list 2 in there. I must not have hit save. Okay. Again, I'm going to hit Zoom 9. All right, and that's what it should look like. Okay. If you use your trace key on here, you can see it gives you a cursor, and so there's the min for that box plot, the Q1, the median, the Q3, da 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 da. Okay. So that gives you some data, and we'll kind of scroll back and forth here. It says we made the box plot, so that's good. Now it says write a few sentences that describe and compare the distributions. Okay? So there's not necessarily a right or a wrong answer here, but some things, again, that you can talk about are center, shape, spread, and if there's any unusual data or outliers. Those are 4 things that you should address anytime you describe distributions: center, shape, spread, and outliers. Okay, so we will start with shape on this one, and what I can say with shape here is that all of those graphs are fairly symmetrical. If I talk about spread, Ben & Jerry's, I'm going to abbreviate that as B&J, has the largest spread. I'm not putting this in complete sentences because I'm running out of space here, so I'm sorry. Ben & Jerry's has the largest spread. Coldstone and Dryers have very small spread. Coldstone, I'm going to do that, and Dryers have very small spread. Okay, their box plots are not as wide. Dryers has the smallest calories per serving. Okay, and that's because the median is the smallest. Ben & Jerry's is a little bit higher. Coldstone has the highest. None of these have really unusual data. No outliers. Unusual. I don't know why I have such a hard time spelling that. Okay, can you speculate about a possible problem with making comparisons of caloric amounts among the 3 brands based on the information or data that you were given? First of all, some things that I see as a problem. Were they comparing equal serving sizes? I don't know. It doesn't say that they compared equal serving sizes. Maybe they took a half a cup at one place and estimated the caloric intake, and maybe they took 2/3 of a cup at another place. We don't know. So the question is, were they comparing equal serving sizes? I don't know. And the other thing that would make me question this is these are only partial lists. And so when they're only partial lists, you cannot make a generalization based on very few pieces of data. You would really need all of the data in order to make any conclusions. And I don't have all of the data, so that's kind of a problem.